Hey, I'm Michael O'Lean.
And I'm Johnny Colt.
This is Politely Disruptive Radio.
Your voice of the arts.
AM 1690. We are back after having been gone for a while. Johnny, what countries were you in while we were gone?
I'm not exactly sure when we left, but Kyrgyzstan, Japan, Jordan, I was in the Middle East. Nauru is a crazy country, like in the middle of nowhere in Pacific, and Haiti a lot, back and forth constantly between here and Haiti. It's been a long break.
It's staggering stuff.
It's been a very eye-opening year, but I am stoked.
To be back.
Yeah, to be back
here.
here.
Guess where I was?
Where were you?
I was in Atlanta. We've got Raymond Carr here today from Ninja Puppet Productions. Hello, sir.
Howdy.
Raymond, you're not a puppet.
No, that is true. There's no way to verify that over the radio, but actually I'm many people's puppets.
So what's Ninja Puppet for people that don't know?
Ninja Puppet Productions is a production company that I started. We're basically have evolved into a multimedia storytelling device. We tell stories on theater, we tell stories on film, mostly just interested in making cool stuff. My background is in theater, and we've been evolving in the last couple of years to doing more and more film and television. I am a puppeteer by trade and have been for 15 years. I also direct live theater and film as well.
You've got a new project going on right now that you're almost done with.
That is correct.
What's that? What started that project off for you?
Yeah, this is a new project that we're really excited about. The last film I did was a very dramatic, artsy-fartsy, talky movie with a lot of deep emoting emotions, which it was actually recently accepted into the Rome Film Festival as of yesterday, I think.
Is that Rome, Georgia, or Rome, Italy?
I'll let the audience guess and or imagine what they will. But yeah.
sounds like Rome, Georgia.
It was Rome, Georgia. Not that there's anything wrong with Rome, Georgia.
Yeah.
It's good people. So this next project, I wanted to do something very visual and dynamic and also work with an interesting group that partner up with some interesting people. And Blair Crimmins and the Hookers is a fantastic band out of Atlanta, one of the most interesting bands that come out of Atlanta, in my opinion, if I may say so. In the last couple of years, I was a fan. Blair and I have a million mutual friends, as we've discovered. I basically approached him and said, hey, let's make some cool stuff. And he was down for it.
So when will the project be released? Where can we see it?
Little overview. It's a music video, but we're calling it a long-form narrative music video because it's going to be about 15 minutes long, even though it's based on the one song Old Man Cabbage. And it will feature new music from his upcoming album and some stuff that he's composing just for this video. So it follows these kids. It takes place in a fantasy version of the 1920s, and it follows these kids as they run away to join the circus. And when they get there, it's a circus speakeasy, except everybody may be ghost. So it kind of follows their story, and it culminates with this big music video event. So it'll be done in the fall. We're going to have a big party release, probably at the Goat Farm, because they've been so nice to us to let us shoot there, and then it'll be released on the web.
We saw a trailer of it that you shared with us, and the backgrounds, just the environments it's going to be gorgeous when it's done. It's all kudzu covered, ramshackly forests.
Yeah, I am eternally grateful. We had such an amazing project to have so many people involved. We had over 60 extras volunteer their time on Memorial Day weekend to shoot this thing. We've shot over 5 days, and we have 2 more days to shoot. We had a great contribution from the clothing warehouse in Little Five Points to help us with our vintage clothing. Everybody had vintage clothing. It looks great. Like I said, the Goat Farm was a great assistance to us. So,
everything that I've seen so far of this project doesn't use puppets. Do you find yourself coming up with a project and going, God dang, how am I going to get the puppets in here?
Every time I think of that, I know that there's not supposed to be puppets in it. It sounds kind of like, no, it's very true. Like you can't force puppetry. If anything, I want people to know that you can't force a puppet. It does have this like fanciful, Gilliam-esque. Brazil was something that I drew from in this aesthetic. And it is this crazy thing, but yeah, there's no puppets in it, unfortunately.
Oh, there's none at all?
None at all,
Good
unfortunately.
man. No, it wouldn't go. I mean,
so for those who are listening, who want to catch up with you, who are inspired by this, where can they catch up with Ninja Puppet?
NinjaPuppetProductions.com. We have a website, and you can actually find out more information about this project specifically and future projects, as well as we have a Kickstarter project that is helping finance this.
Hey, while you're at it, just explain to the audience what Kickstarter is.
Yeah. Kickstarter is this amazing little website that has become popular in the last couple of years, where people can basically find something that they're really interested in seeing and that they would want to see more of, and they can help pledge some money to help finance these things. And if you pledge a certain dollar amount, you get stuff. Anything from a DVD copy with extra features of the video to T-shirts to if you donate over $1,000, which somebody has, I will come to your house and do a personal puppet show for you.
Oh, nice.
And so I have to go to Austin, Texas, because some random guy donated $1,000, and I have to do a puppet show for him.
That's great.
Kickstarter's a pretty fascinating thing.
It is. It
You can really find projects that you have connection to, and if you support, you can see some things go. I've actually seen a few things from Kickstarter go from just an idea to major league projects. Whole full-length documentary films have been funded through. It's pretty fascinating.
And I've donated myself to previous Kickstarters, multiple Kickstarter projects. So it's an amazing, it's humbling and awesome to see what Atlanta can do and the rest of the country can do when you have an idea and people get behind it and say, hey, I like your idea, let me help.
Yeah, it's the true marketplace of ideas.
Yeah. You know what's also great is it can save you time. Because sometimes you think you're onto an idea, and you learn real quick that you're not. People kind of don't care. You're like, wow, okay, I can relieve myself of the burden of this.
How many have you put up there, buddy?
I'm about a dozen down on these bad ideas.
And it's all or nothing. So like, if you don't make your money by the time that you set out that I need to make this money, you get nothing.
Yeah, you're
so
dead.
It's a kick in the butt to make it happen. So
is this the first project you've done?
Yes, it is. Having done theater and indie film for years, you're always getting people to help you get behind your cool ideas, but it's usually with their own blood, sweat, and tears. So it's an interesting idea to reach out to a larger market, which is the entire world now.
Well, it's an interesting thing to be, a place like AM 6090, again, always supportive of the arts, is ahead of the curve in the sense that normally a radio station doesn't want to talk to you in general until your project's finished and you've got a release date. And here we are discussing a project from a radio listener. You're like, well, why should I care? I haven't seen it yet. But this is a different world for a lot of listeners. They want to be involved from the ground up. So here's something you can do. You can check out NinjaPuppetProductions.com. Correct? Yeah.
NinjaPuppetProductions.com.
And if you like the brand, you're feeling the vibe, you can jump into this process and help these guys reach their goal. Pretty fantastic.
That's great. And in a little bit, we're going to have Blair perform a song, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very excited about that.
We'll be back with Raymond Carr, and Blair Crimmins is going to perform for us. Hey, I'm Michael O'Lean.
I'm Johnny Colt.
This is Politely Disruptive Radio.
On your Voice of the Arts, AM 1690.
We've been talking to Raymond Carr of Ninja Puppets Productions, and he is making a short film. What are you calling that, Raymond? What's this new medium?
The pretentious title is a long-form narrative music video.
And it's...
Are you sure that's not just a short film?
Use an acronym. And you were inspired by the music of Blair Crimmins and the Hookers, and Blair is with us here magically in the studio by happenstance. Say hello to the people.
Just me, not the Hookers, but I'm here.
Yeah, the Hookers are conspicuously absent.
Johnny's disappointed. You're going to perform something for us?
Yeah, I'm going to play a song called Mean Mean Man.
Awesome. And you wrote this song?
I wrote this. This is one of the first ones I wrote for the Hookers.
Awesome. Great. All right, let's have you perform it in front of us. He's been drinking coffee for the past 10 minutes, so let's see how that sounds.
Whoa, I hate to see you crying. So if you don't mind leaving, you can just go see if there's a hole for you to crawl and die. Yeah. All the ways to spit in my face, you know that those days are through. And now I'm going round town cutting off that weight. And the first thing that came to my mind was you. Well, I'm starting a whole new band. I'm playing drums on a old gas can. I danced on a bridge with a match my hand. Yeah, I'm a mean, mean man. About 4:30, I get my hands dirty at the job, but I feel like in jail. I get no respect from a fat drunk man. I got a boss that was spawned from hell. I said it was a crap job, so I took off. Lord, and that was all she wrote. But it made me feel better, take a resignation letter and they shove it right down the throat. I said I'm starting a whole new band. I'm playing drums on an old gas can. I danced on the bridge with a match in my hand. Yeah, I'm a mean, mean man. Starting a whole new band. I'm playing drums on a old gas
All right, and we're back. That was Blair Crimmins and the Hookers. Actually, this is Blair Crimmins himself playing
me.
Mean
Yeah,
Mean
that's
Man.
me.
Can I just not to step over you, but
Yeah, no,
can I
please.
just say to Raymond and Blair, hey, thanks for being talented. I know I'm about to sound like a jaded dude, but just thanks for being talented. You know, you'd be surprised.
That's a cool thing.
You
to
know what
say.
I mean?
Yeah.
You guys are both super talented guys and working together on a project that looks fascinating. We got to see the film, which the audience hasn't, but you got to understand it's serious stuff in the sense that, like, there's some things I saw I wasn't sure how he pulled off under the conditions that he's been working in. You've only shot for 5 days, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It looks beautiful. What'd you use? I'm going to geek out. You use a 7D on that?
No. We use the Sony F3. Yeah. Sony
Yeah.
F3. Yeah.
It looks gorgeous. So when this film comes out in the fall, what's the title of the film?
We're actually calling it Old Man Cabbage, which is the title of the track.
The song. Yeah.
Great. How'd you guys meet?
Hanging out in the same haunt, so down actually in Cabbage Town. We started talking and collaborated on this project. You know, Raymond came to me with the idea of the long-form narrative music video, and I just couldn't resist. So.
It's funny you say that because I think that Blair probably didn't know what he was getting himself into when he started this, and probably didn't know until he stepped on set.
Yeah.
We had quite an amazing, and that's a testament to the amazing crew and volunteers that we had on this. But we had a huge crew on this. At the end of the day, we probably had about 100 people crew-wise, and then another 60 extras, and that's throughout the entire process. Not everybody all at the same time, but yeah. And not to mention the post.
Blair, that's pretty
Yeah,
sobering.
when I showed up and saw all those people, extras and crew, I was, very pleased.
I saw some actual stunts going on.
Yeah.
Really near your instruments, too. Like, I'm surprised you let that go on. I'd have been like,
I
somebody's
did
going to
some
break my
stunts
stuff.
of my own,
No.
too.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, you do? What are the stunts you do,
I
Blair?
just kick a cop in the face.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah.
It's a fake cop. It's a fantasy cop. So it's not. Yeah. I will say, just because you mentioned stunts, but our stunt coordinator Elizabeth Davidovich is a professional stunt woman, and she did all the stunts for the new Fast and the Furious movie.
There's great stunt
Yeah,
people
she's
here.
on Three Stooges remake right now.
Yeah.
She's on a bunch of different stuff, and she brought in an entire crew of just Atlanta-based stunt people who were pros that really ran with it.
No, those guys are world class. Yeah, and they're here. That's awesome. Well, you guys really, this is like, to me, the poster child Atlanta project going on right now. You play at the Earl a ton, right?
Yeah,
That's
the
where
Earl
people
is-
can come hear you?
Yeah, we just play at the Earl, but we play there a lot. We typically hang around the East Atlanta area.
Yeah.
And or Little 5 Points. We'll play a lot of local shows around there.
You having a blast, or is it getting old?
We're having a blast.
Okay, totally.
We're having a blast.
Sick of the 20s vibe yet? No.
The people can find you at Blair Crimmins and thehookers.com. You know, we're really going to have a marketing conversation with
Both
these
of
guys.
you. Both of you
Please
guys.
hang around after the show. And we're going to help you
You
guys
need some
out.
branding. We'll be back with a Victrola moment.